Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez here at the Alert Center. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are talking about America remembering 9/11, the September 11th terrorist attacks. Believe it or not, this marks the 23rd anniversary since those attacks took place. A number of memorials being held across the country. In New York City, families actually gathered to the 911 Memorial Plaza to read the names of the thousands of victims killed, followed by the annual Tribute in Light ceremony. And we did have that available for you on our website. If I can head over there right now. So here's a look at our website. For more information, you can always head there. It's WOWT.com. We kind of scroll down. Here's our coverage of this story right here. So a lot going on, and we do have different links that are available for you.
Matthew Paserno,
etc.
Bernard Petronico,
including videos. So a lot to remember, especially the lives that were lost on that day. A lot to consider today. A lot to be thankful for as Americans.
Our forever hero, we love and miss you so much. We will never forget, and we will always keep the memory of those.
So I will say I'm going to show you some photos. But before I do want to give you some time just to let you know that these are some of these photos can be pretty heart-wrenching. So please do exercise your best judgment, and if I show anything that you may not be comfortable with, feel free to look away or just wait until we get to a new visual for you. So let's head over to those defining images now. This is from Reuters.
Robert L. Ploger III.
So look at the Twin Towers, as you can
Sandra F. Blazer.
Joseph Politano.
Just
John
unbelievable
L.
photographs.
Coach.
Here's another one from a different perspective.
Holman.
Lawrence
Now, this
Michael
was the
Howell.
deadliest terrorist attack in U.S.
Thomas
history.
Bolanos.
2,977 people
Policino.
directly killed.
Susan
A little over
Polio.
2,000 in the World Trade Center.
Darren
246
H.
across
Hunt.
4 hijacked planes.
Joshua
And 125 at the
Iowa's
Pentagon in
Poteen.
Washington, D.C.
Giovanna Porras.
Anthony Portillo.
You recall
James
former President George
Edward
W. Bush
Latorte.
listening in as the White House Chief of Staff tells him
Daphne
of the second plane.
Politos.
Richard
Hitting the World Trade
N.
Center.
Polis.
Stephen
Now, the remains of roughly
Emmanuel
40% of the victims
Polis.
have not been identified.
Brandon
Over 25,000
Jerome
people
Powell.
were injured in the aftermath,
Scott
many suffering long-term
Allen
health consequences
Powell.
from toxic contaminants
John Edward
and trauma.
Powell.
So here you can see the
Antonio Dorsey Pratt.
people looking out of the North Tower here.
Gregory M.
Out of those windows.
Preziose.
Wanda Evelise Prince.
Vincent A.
Again, just a lot of sensitive
Kevin
photographs to
M.
show with you.
Pryor.
Everett Martin Proctor.
Smithsonian also
III.
has a great
Carrie Beth
article about the
Rogen.
artifacts that tell the
David
story of 9/11.
Lee Kroon.
Richard
This one
A.
right here, we're looking at
Fronte.
flight attendant Lorraine Bay,
John
who did record every
Foster
flight she worked on in
Puckett.
this logbook, and this was
Robert
found near the
David
wreckage of Flight
Police.
93.
Edward F. Polis.
So here's the article
Patricia
for you.
Ann Puma.
Jack D. Punches.
This was left behind by Aon Risk Services employee Lisa Leffler.
And my
This
brother.
was found amid the debris at the World Trade
Robert
Center and returned to her.
Cromwell Miller Jr.
Leffler did donate the bag to the Smithsonian,
Bobby,
so we do have that image.
we love and miss you so much. And
Another
my
image of a
brother,
damaged floor
like
marker
so many
here,
others,
recovered from the
has
debris.
beautiful grandchildren that he never had
Sandals
the opportunity
recovered.
to know and to love. Thousands of families were ripped apart that day. The largest
A
attack
squeegee
in
handle.
US
I mean, this just
history.
shows you people were going
So
about their day,
another
right? I
clear
mean, we had no
message
idea
to
this was
our
happening,
leaders.
and then these attacks took
No
place.
plea deal with the animal that masterminded this painful tragedy.
Roughly 15,000
We want
U.S.
justice.
troops and contractors were killed across post-9/11 missions.
And who I miss terribly.
A lot going on.
My
This I found
handsome,
on YouTube,
sweet
and this is
hero brother, Sal
very endearing. I don't want
Edward
to play the
Thierry
sound here for
Jr.,
you, but you can
who was a
take a
managing
look at
director
this.
for Marshall McLennan.
These are people, Americans who
Uptown
lost loved
in
ones in the
Midtown
9/11
at
attacks.
that office and was
They were allowed to go to
assigned
this
that
phone booth that
fateful
was set
day
up
to the Trade Center
to record
to
lasting
attend a
memories
meeting for a
for those loved
colleague
ones
who
whose
couldn't
lives were lost
attend.
during that fateful day.
Close to 3,000 victims were murdered on September 11th.
A good opportunity for
and
people
all they were
to try and connect with their
was
loved ones
going to work to provide for their respective families.
during that aftermath and during
It has been 23
the 23rd
years
anniversary of
since
the
this
9/11
horrific
attacks
tragedy,
today. Believe it
and
or
in
not,
my
it's been 23
strongest
years
possible
since
voice
this has happened.
As a retired principal, who I have a strong possible
So this
voice,
is one
I am
family
demanding
member recording a
that the
call
federal
to his loved one
government,
in this phone booth that was set up there.
government agencies who still remain to stay,
So a sensitive way people can pay homage to
and
the
their
lives lost
respective
during the attack.
lawmakers designate this day,
see
September
this woman
11th, as a day of atonement,
Chatting to
recognition,
Jimmy,
remembrance,
saying
and
she misses him,
reflection
etc.
of all the souls lost.
So
God
sad day that
bless
should not
my
be
dear
forgotten. I
brother,
think this was
all the
also
victims and their respective
a good story
families.
to report. This is from the AP
May
Wire,
God
so this is
bless
an anniversary
America,
tradition
and
handed down to
united
next
we
generation.
all
I mean, where were you
stand.
23 years ago when this happened? How old were you? You know, some of these younger adults now weren't even born yet. And so this is
Joseph
there's a
J.
good photo here that kind of
Picure,
shows
Jr.
how these 9/11
Edward
families are
R. Pycon,
really just
Christopher
embracing
Quackenbush.
this
Lars
moment, making
Peter
sure that history
Qualbeck,
doesn't repeat itself, history isn't
Lincoln
forgotten.
Quack.
I did see a
Beth
photograph
Ann
up here
Quigley.
earlier.
Patrick
Let me see if I can
J.
find that for you.
Quigley the fourth.
Michael T. Quilty,
I think I hit a different
James
page here.
Francis Quinn.
Ricardo J.
Let me
Quinn,
just scroll over. I think there we go.
Carol Millicent Rabelais.
Christopher Peter Anthony Racaniello,
Leonard
So this mother and daughter
J.
duo were shown holding a
Regalia.
photo of New York firefighter Christopher
Eugene
Michael Mazzillo,
J. Raggio,
who did die in the 9/11 attacks,
Laura Marie
and he was this woman's
Sink.
brother. And this woman is
Michael
Pamela, and her
Paul
daughter standing next to
Ragusa.
her is Capri.
Peter
So this is how the next
Frank
generation,
Raimondi.
one
Harry
example I should say, of
A.
how the next
Raines.
generation is really remembering
Lisa
those lives lost in
J.
the attacks.
Raines.
Etesham Raja,
Again, a lot of
Elsa
memorials, a lot of
Raj-
tributes today,
Edward
including those
J.
for first
Hall,
responders, right?
Lucas Rambusek.
So I do have to put a
Maria
local tie in
Ramirez.
for you today.
Harry
The First
Ramos.
Responders Foundation is
Vishnu
hosting the 8th
Ramsuru,
annual 9/11 luncheon
Deborah H.
of honor to honor and
Ramsauer.
remember those who gave their lives
Lorenzo E.
on September
Ramsey,
11th. And this is really happening locally here. Chief Schmaderer will be the keynote speaker for this. The luncheon is recognizing community members, organizations who support first responders. And so they're doing so on the anniversary of 9/11 this afternoon. Our Philip Catafamo is working on this story, and he will bring you details tonight on our later newscasts. So it's good to know that we support our first responders here locally and make sure that we give them the respect that they so deserve. So I'm going to lighten things up a little bit for you. We're going to take a quick look outside here before we go. So here's a live look at our Blackstone camera. The sun trying to poke through in different areas. Taking a look at First National now. Let's head over there. Oh, I like this shot. You can see the Missouri River. And also what appears to be a part of, nope. Oh, wow. Yeah, great shot there. You notice the flag in the upper left-hand corner is half staff today. A look at First National now. This is really a look at the other direction of Blackstone, sort of heading into the Blackstone area. So look at Turner Park. Again, you'll notice the flag in the center in the lower part of your screen. Let's look at Children's Nebraska too while we're at it. It's kind of smoggy out there. I wonder what that's about. And then a last look here for you at 144th and Dodge. I will say Senior Chief Meteorologist Rusty Lord says we're diving into stretch of weather. starting in the lower 60s, warming close to 90 degrees for the high under abundant sunshine. So you can see the sunshine poking through it at this shot here at 144th and Dodge. He says, thankfully it won't be too humid today, so that's good. Dew point staying low on the muggy meter. South wind gushing being stronger than about 15 miles an hour, so not bad. And more the same weather likely rest of the week as well. And I'll head back over to our website, wwt.com, but that's where you can get all the information on our weather alerts as well. We do have a tab for you. Right up here, First Alert Weather, 24/7 weather, news streaming, etc. So first weather, and there's Rusty. He has his little updates. This is about 6 hours ago, so fairly recently. Now in the interim, I do just want to say thank you so much for joining me at the Alert Center this afternoon. September 11th, the 23rd anniversary of those attacks is fresh, of course, on everyone's mind today. And our Phil Katafamo will be reporting on a local angle celebrating first responders during their luncheon today with the keynote speaker, Chief Todd Schmatter with the Omaha Police Department. So we'll have that story available for you on our later broadcasts. Until then, we do hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you later.